Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today is all in the family. It's a stitch along 4 weeks. It's gonna be 4 different videos that we have here on the Yarnspirations version. It'll be one major video. What is the difference between the two? One is round, one is square. But what we've done is that we've taken the circular fall mandala and we have reformulated the math, and when I say we, I mean my assistant Jeannie has reformulated the math in order to make it square. So this is the sisters of each other, designed by Lisa Gentry and adapted by Jeanne Steinhilber. So when Jeannie was adapting the pattern to each other, she was considering the square. So what you're seeing going on here is actually identical to what you're seeing going on over in the square. So the pattern has been redone and completely right from scratch. A beautiful pattern, and what is shocking the most is that this pattern was finished about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's already has its own PDF, and the designers of yarnspirations.com also went ahead and created the diagrams that went along with it, which is really quite awesome. So I'm really quite excited and really shocked about the speed in which they worked, and we're gonna be working with this. So each one of the videos has been separated by a set number of rounds, and then we can just work on it step by step. So without further ado, we're gonna head on into the video and we're gonna start this, and then weeks number 2, 3, and 4 will just be a continuation with this particular Afghan. The yarn recommendation for this is going to be Red Heart with Love. This is what we used, and I'm using a different color variation. If you'd like to go on the crochetcrowd.com, look for the video information, more information of the link here, and you'll see what color I'm using. So we're using a 5.5mm size I crochet hook, but most of it is size K, 6.5mm. So when you look through the pattern, there are 2 rounds where the pattern must change the hook size. So you see here on round number 25 we're using the smaller hook just for this round, and then we switch back to the regular size of the size K. All the instructions, abbreviations have been provided to you, and basically what I would do is just work on it step by step, and if you like the written words, here they are. And of course if you're a diagram reader like me, you have everything that's available to you near the back. So there are several diagrams available to you in order to you to follow. It's a really easy repeat pattern once you get going, and I think you'll enjoy this at the same time. So without further ado, let's get our hook in the wind and let's get playing today. So as we begin today, I already have all my yarn labeled up, so it's off to the side here in a basket, and I have all the colors labeled. So I went through the pattern already and labeled it so that when I'm trying to remember what colors are which, especially if you're substituting, it's a great way to do it. So I'm filming this during the whole time of the COVID-19, so if you're looking in the future. So I decided to use what I have in my collection, so I have a mismatch of colors that I think might be kind of fun. So I don't have any clue on how this is gonna turn out, and maybe that's part of the exciting part as well. So without further ado, we're gonna start off with a 6.5mm size K crochet hook, and then we're gonna begin doing the pattern. So let's begin using the color A and a 6.5mm size K crochet hook, and I am going to be weaving off the ends, and I'm also probably gonna show you some cheating techniques as well throughout today's tutorial. So because we're changing color almost every round, you'll want to weave in your ends. So let's chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and insert the hook into the beginning chain and pull through and through. And now we're gonna begin round number 1, and when you do that, put the straggler so it's around that ring so that it will get stuck up underneath. So let's begin the first round. Let's begin our first round. We're gonna chain 3, which will count as a double crochet, and then in the center of this ring I want you to put 2 more double crochet and go right up over top of that straggler. Once you have the 2 in there, so the chain 3 plus the 2 equals 3 stitches, chain 2 to turn the corner, and into the center of the ring you want to apply 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then turn the corner again, so chain 2, and then in the center of the ring 3 more double crochet, and then we're gonna do our last side. So chain 2 to turn, and into the center of the ring again, and 3 more double crochet, and then you're going to chain 2 and then join with the slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. and this color is gone. So I'm going to show you how to get rid of the color. So just slip stitch. So I'm only gonna show it to you once in this whole tutorial, which will be right now. And we just want to grab the scissors and just cut a little bit of a longer tail so that you can use a tapestry needle. If you feel comfortable weaving it in, you can do that. It will probably most likely fall out though. So once you have that done, if you've gone over the center one you don't need to worry about, so you can just cut that out and be done with that one. And then this one here, noticing that I turned it over to the back side, you're just gonna put it onto a tapestry needle. And the trick to the tapestry needle is to make sure that it wants to go in and out 3 times. So my needle that I'm using is a little small. So keeping on the back side, just going into the back side of the stitching, try to prevent, so if you turn it over you will not see that needle. So just go through once and just pull it through taut, but don't change the shape of it. And then going through again, so the second time, and then the third time is a charm. So that would be how you weave in your ends whenever you have to do that. So then once you've done that, you can just trim it right down to the project and you're good to go. So anytime I tell you to weave in your ends, that's what I'm gonna be doing off camera. So let's continue on to round number 2. Let's begin round number 2. So starting off with the slip knot already on the hook, I want you to go into a chain 2 corner and insert it right into the corner, and we're gonna do a standing single crochet first. So to do that you're just gonna wrap the hook and pull through, but don't pull it through the first loop, and then just yarn over, pull through, and that's a standing single crochet that you'll notice throughout this project. So then once you do that you're gonna chain 2, and in the same space you're gonna apply a single crochet and go right up over top of that straggler to bury it in. Okay. So now we're gonna continue along the side. So you're gonna chain 1, skip the next stitch, just like that, and chain 1 and skip the next stitch, and you'll end up right on the corner. So the corners will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet. So to recap is chain 1, skip the first stitch, go to the second and single crochet, then chain 1, skip the last stitch and go right into the corner, and I want you to do that all the way around. So this is round number 2. When you come all the way around you're just gonna follow it as you know it. So I've just chained 1 after the single crochet that was in the middle. So now that I've chained 1 I'm just gonna slip stitch to the first single crochet, and that'll be the end of that color. So weave in your ends and meet me back here and we'll start round number 3 together. So let's begin round number 3. We're going to start off in a chain 2 space corner and just join it. So just join and now chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and in this space we want to finish this corner. So we're gonna put another double crochet in first, and then to turn the corner we're gonna chain 2 and then 2 double crochets back into the same corner. When Jeanne was writing this version she was really conscious about trying to make it as easy as possible. So now that the corner is done, all we're just going to do is that we're gonna put 2 double crochets in each one of these chain spaces. So there's only 2 per side. So you're just gonna go right into the space itself and put 2 double crochet in. So 1 and 2, and then go to the next space over and go 1 and 2, and then you're going to hit your first corner. So then it'll be 2 double crochet. So 1, 2, chain 2, and then turn and continue 2 more into the same corner. So just go all the way around. Each chain 1 space is going to get 2 double crochet, and the corners will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Meet me back at the end of this round. When you get all the way around you've got the 2 last double crochets in the space. You've already done the first corner, so you're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 and then weave in your ends, and this will be the end of round number 3. Let's begin round number 4. I'm going back to the color B. So just going into a corner and do a standing single crochet. So going in and pull through, and now chain 2 and single crochet in. So watch this round here. So here in this one we want to chain 2 and skip 2 stitches. So skip the first 2 and single crochet in the next, and then chain 2, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next. And we're gonna do that continuing. So chain 2, skip the 2 stitches and you end up right in the corner. So if you really look at it from this perspective, you can see that you're in the first one and the last one of this middle group, if that helps you to see it. So single crochet into the corner, chain 2 and single crochet. So let's review one more time. So chain 2, skip the first 2, go to the third, chain 2, skip 2 and go to the third, chain 2, skip 2, which takes you to the corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Please do that all the way around. This is round number 4. At the end of this round you're just gonna chain 2 and go right into the last one, so skipping the final 2 and slip stitch to the first single crochet and then get rid of this color again, and then we're gonna move back to the color A for round number 5. Okay, let's begin round number 5, just starting off with a slip knot, and let's just go into the corner and join with the standing single and then chain 2. So this one has a bit of shell work, so single crochet back in to the corner. So to begin this one here, you are going to then skip the next single crochet, and in this chain 2 space you're going to apply the following: 1 single crochet and then 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet, all within that same one. So it kind of creates a shell. So then in the next one here, this chain 2 space, you're gonna put 1 single crochet and then start in the next space and do the exact same thing. So starting off, and you were going to apply then 1 single, 1 half, 2 doubles, 1 half, and 1 single right into that space, and then you end up in the corner. So the corner will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, and then 1 single crochet. So to start again, you just go into the first one and put 1 single, 1 half, 2 doubles, 1 half, and 1 single. The next one is just 1 single, and then keep doing those shell work and then do the corner. So this is round number 5. So please do this all the way around. So just come all the way back around. I've got the shell work in. Remember that I've already done the first corner. I'm skipping the last single crochet before I get there, and slip stitch to the first single crochet, and that'll be the end of this color for round number 5. Weave in your ends and meet me back here in just a moment. Let's begin round number 6 using the color B. We're going to join to a chain 2 space, and now we're gonna start creating some texture. So let's just join it and then chain 3, which counts as your first double, and then another double in there, which is the first half of the corner, chain 2, and then finish the corner with 2 more double crochet. So it's actually an easy way to remember it, so I just did a practice just to make sure. So now your corner is in, you're gonna chain up 1, you're going to skip the first stitch that is leaving the corner, and you're gonna go in the first one, which is part of the shell. You're gonna single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and the next 2 are the middle double crochets of the shell. So you're gonna put 1 single in each of those, and then chain 1, and then skip 1 and single crochet in this one here. So if you think about the shell, you're single crocheting in the first single crochets of these, and then you're skipping the half double crochets and you're just single crocheting into the doubles. The next one is a treble, and you're gonna come down in between this group here. So you're gonna wrap the hook twice and go right in to that stitch. The yarn goes over to the back side and pull up, and you're going to treble. So it's gonna drop down in front, and it also drops down in the back. So then you can continue along. So the next single crochet that's part of the shell, you're gonna single crochet, chain 1, skip the half, and just single crochet in the 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the next half and go right into the single as part of that shell, and then chain 1, and then your corner is what you already know. So it's gonna be 2 double crochet, and then chain 2 and 2 double crochet. So maybe we should just do one more side together just to make sure you got it. So now that you got that in, chain 1, skip the first one out of the corner and go to the first one that's part of the shell. So single there, chain 1, skip over the half and do 2 in a row on the doubles, chain 1 and single crochet into the single here, skipping that half, and then you're gonna drop down for the treble. So wrap twice, going in between the group. Try to be consistent on the how long the treble looks, and then single crochet in the next single, chain 1, skip the half and do the 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the half and do the single, chain 1, and then go right into the corner. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and that's what it would look like. So please do this all the way around. When you come all the way back around, don't forget to do that chain 1 after that single crochet that's part of that shell, and then just join to the top of the first chain 3 to finish. So weave in your ends, and we're gonna move on to round number 7 next. Let's begin round number 7. We're gonna create a slip knot and join right to a corner, and chain 3. So join and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and another double crochet there, and we're gonna finish this corner. So chain 2, and coming into the same corner, 2 more double crochet. So watch what we do here. So number 7, it's actually really quite easy. Just do the first side and you'll see it. So we're gonna skip the first stitch and we're gonna do a treble front post around the next one. So it's the second one in. So wrap the hook twice and you're gonna go around that one, and then you're gonna skip the next chain 1 space, and in the next 2 chain 1 spaces that you'll see, you're gonna apply 3 double crochets in each. So 1, 2, and 3, and then jump to the next chain 1 space and do that one. So that's right on top of that shell that you see in the minty color that's below. So it's sitting on top of this shell if you look at it from that perspective. Now you're going to apply a treble front post around this treble here, the one that's dropping down, and then you'll do the other side of the corner, or of the half of the side. So jumping right in, just look for this shell that's here, and it's in the first one and the second one, and that's where you're gonna apply the 3 double crochet in each. I always like looking for visual landmarks when I'm going to do this. And then after you get that done, you're going to then skip this stitch and see this one, it's part of the corner, it's the second one before the end. You're gonna apply 1 treble front post around that one, and then you're going to start your corner. So the corner is like what you already know, so it's 2 doubles first, chain 2 and 2 doubles. So you're gonna have a little bit of overlaying. So then you start immediately and come into the second one, front post treble, and then you're just looking for the shells. So you're putting 3 double crochets in each of these chain 2 spaces right on top of this shell work. You're gonna do 1 treble around this one, and then you are going to then put 3 doubles into these chain 2 spaces that are on top of this shell, and then you'll eventually come in and do a front post treble around the second one before the corner, and then in the corners 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So please do this all the way around. This is round number 7. So I've just done coming all the way around, front post treble here. So then I'm just going to slip stitch then to the beginning of the chain 3 and then weave in my ends, and this concludes round number 7. So do this and I'll see you back here for round number 8. Let's begin round number 8. Let's just join to any corner that you wish, and we're going to begin and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm double crocheting into that one again, and then chain 2 to turn the corner, and 2 double crochet again. This is a really easy round to see because you can see the clues in the row below. So the next 2 here are going to be a double crochet, And do you see in the next one here it's a front post treble, so you want to honor that by keeping it a front post treble for this round. So keep those front post trebles the same. It's allowing the texture to carry up. So it says to do double crochets in the next 6, and then the next one is a front post treble, but you can see it's a front post treble, so you just have to look for where they are and just honor it. And you're gonna do that all the way across. So whenever it's a double crochet, just throw it in, and when it's a treble crochet, just make it a treble crochet, but a front post one, so that you can keep that texture moving. So here is the treble, so just wrap twice and then keep on going. So then you'll do the last treble when you get there, and then the 2 double crochets into the last 2, and then the corner is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and this is gonna be round number 8. So just follow what you see. So I'm just finishing up, coming all the way around. It's a nice easy round. I like this pattern because there's not a lot to really stress about on this. So get the last 2 in there, and then you're just gonna slip stitch, and then we'll get ready for number 3, or ready for number 9. Number 9 is an accent round, and you'll see it will really start defining this Afghan beautifully. So weave in your ends, and let's get ready for number 9, and we're using the color F as in Frank. Let's begin round number 9. This is an accent round. I'd probably choose a color that is really gonna stand up and pop, so choose any corner, it's good. Do a standing single crochet, and then chain 2 and standing single crochet. So for this entire round, what we want to do is work in the front loops only. So if you're new to crochet, there's always 2 strands that make up a stitch, but if you choose the one strand that's closest to you, that's a front loop, and the other one that's furthest away from you is the back loop. So in this case, starting in the first stitch, go in the front loop only and do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around, and then in the corners you will apply 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and this is just a definition round to make it really look outstanding. So just do this 1 single crochet in each of the front loops going all the way around. So I've just come all the way back around. I'm on the last one before I join. Now if I were you and you were me, what I would strongly consider, because this is an accent round and there's nothing building on top of this, I would just cut this yarn now. So don't join it yet, and just pull through and pull the loop through the project. Now put this loop on to the tapestry needle. I learned this on one of the other projects I did a couple years back. So if you put this in, and I know it's white and it's kinda hard to see, but if you put this across the first stitch, just right up underneath the stitch itself, pretend you're sticking a crochet hook through there and pull through, and when you pull it in, go down through the middle of this existing stitch here and towards the back side. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna pull, and it will pull things nice and tight together so that it almost looks invisible. Then turn it over and start weaving in the back end side only. So what you're seeing is this ridge here, which you will be using in the next round, because this round that we're doing here is completely accent and standing off the project, but serves no purpose other than just being pretty. So back and forth a total of 3 times, and then you can get ready for the next round, which is round number 10. So let's begin round number 10. Start off with a slip knot and go right to the chain 2 space of the accent color here in round number 9, and just join and chain 3, counts as your first double, and then double crochet again, and then chain 2 and 2 more double crochets to make up that corner. So what Jeannie needs you to do, there is all these stitches here down here, so you're skipping, what she's saying is that you're skipping over the first one here because there's no stitch right below it, but the next one definitely does, and so you're just gonna go into the back loops of these existing round from the round below. So turning it over and just look for it. Okay, so if you follow it you can see it, and just go into the back loop only, so it exists there. So once you start doing the first one, it's easy to see the rest. And there's 27 stitches all the way across if you need the double count, but you're just playing in the back loops of this round here. And then when you get to the corner, once you run out of those stitches, then you'll just jump right into the corner of this accent round and place in 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So continue to do this all the way around. This is round number 10. When you come all the way around on round number 10, you're just going to go into the very last one that you had for the back loops and then just join it to the first chain 3 that you started with, and then weave in your ends, and let's begin on with round number 11. To begin round number 11, we're just gonna go into a chain 2 space as usual, and we're gonna do a standing single, then chain 2 and single crochet into that same one. So we're gonna get ourselves started first before we can start a repeat pattern to get us to the next corner. So to do this, we're just gonna start off and we're going to chain 2, and then that's going to the next part of the instructions is part of the repeat all the way across. So skipping 2 stitches, you're gonna single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, and then chain 2, skip 2, and that's the end of the repeat. So to start again, so after you skip the 2, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, and then chain 2, and then that's the end of the repeat. So skipping those 2. So starting another repeat, go into the third one, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 2, that's the end of the repeat. Go to the third one again, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 2, and that's the end of the repeat. And then you're just gonna continue to do this all the way across. And then chain 2 and skipping the last 2 that you have, and you'll end up in a corner. So that's just naturally keeping the right count. It's amazing Jeannie figured that out. I'm not sure I would have been smart enough to do that. So that's what it will look like. So you see that the groups, they're in kind of in pairs. So to start the next round, chain 2 to get ourselves started, skip the first 2, single crochet in the next. So this is part of the first of the repeat. Chain 1, skip 1, single into the next, chain 2, skip 2, and that's the end of the repeat. So starting in the new repeat, go to the third, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, and that's the end of the repeat. So please do this all the way around. When you get all the way back around, you are going to chain your 2, skip your final 2, and then just join it to the beginning, single crochet, and weave in your ends and finish this off. This is round number 11. So now we got ourselves set for the next one, which is round number 12, moving to color C. So let's begin round number 12. We're gonna be making petals, and we're gonna start off in any chain 2 space. Pick a space, any space is good but as long as it's a chain 2 corner space. So let's just join it, and we are going to do a standing single, chain 2, and single crochet in there. So in each one of these chain 2 spaces, that's where we're gonna place. So skip over these chain 1 spaces. So if you look at this, there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's 6 petal spaces. So in the next chain 2 that you'll run into, we are going to do the same thing with each of those chain 2 spaces. So you're gonna start off with the half double crochet, then a double crochet, then a treble crochet, and then back down to a double crochet, and then a half, all within that same space, just like there. So now in this chain 1 space, we're just gonna single crochet, and then you jump to the next chain 2 space and begin again. So you're starting off with a half, and then a double, and then a treble, and then a double, and then a half, and then you're gonna single crochet in this chain 1 space. So you're gonna do that all the way across, and then once you get to the last space, you're just immediately gonna jump to the corner. So don't put in a single crochet, well, the single crochet really is in the corner, and then chain 2 and single crochet back in, and then begin to do that all the way around. So it's pretty easy round. So just play within those chain 2 spaces to make petals, and just slam in your single crochets in between, and do your corners as 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Please do this all the way around. This is round number 12. So I just finished my last petal in here and I'm just going to slip stitch to the first single crochet that I did, and then I'm gonna get rid of this color, and this is round number 12. Let's begin round number 13. We're gonna start off in the chain 2 corner, and it will be a double crochet corner as what we already know. So join it, chain 3, and then double crochet into the same corner, chain 2, and double crochet twice into the same corner. So what we need to concentrate on the most are these grouping of 5 of these shells. They're all 5s, and what we're going to do is that we're gonna play and skip over this single crochet that's in between and play right here. So jumping straight down into the double crochet that's right below when you go to do that. So to start, we're going to start within the first grouping of 5. So you're skipping the first stitch out of the corner, so you come into the next one, and you're single crocheting into the next 5. So 1, and that's just part of the shell. This is the second one of the shell, the third one, which is the middle one of the shell, 4th, and the 5th stitch. Now you're gonna jump down 3 rows below, just right down there, and that's where we want to concentrate, and we're gonna go right into the double crochet into the skip stitch 3 rows below. So you're just gonna wrap the hook and just double crochet, so just kinda peel it. Don't go all the way around, so don't make the yarn come around it, just keep it like this. So it's like mosaic crochet, and you're just coming down in front like that. So let's review again. So you're just gonna skip that single crochet that's directly behind it and come to the next grouping of 5, and you're just gonna apply 1 single in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you don't need to count it, then you don't need to count it. So once you get your 5, you're gonna single or double crochet right into this one down here. So wrap the hook, peel it so that the hook stays to the front, and then double crochet, and then go to the next grouping of 5. So you're gonna do that all the way across, and then once you get to the end, you're skipping the last single crochet and just doing a 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet corner, and then maintain that all the way around. So once you get this last shell done, you're skipping the last one obviously before the corner, and then just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and then this color is good to go for chain number 13. So we got 2 more rounds to do in today's video, and then we'll be taking a break, and then you'll move on to the next video from that point. So get rid of this color. See you here for round number 14. Let's begin round number 14, starting with F. Gonna go right into a corner. We're gonna start off slightly different than what we're used to. So we're just gonna go in and chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will count as a double crochet, chain 2, and then you're gonna double crochet into the same one. That's what your corners look like. So technically what it will be is that your corners for this particular pattern will be 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. So to start across, what we're gonna be focusing on is that you will see that there's dips in the project. So it's coming down and then up and then down. So we're gonna get ourselves started into the, we're gonna skip the first stitch out. So skipping the first, and we are gonna come into the next stitch, and we are going then to start this to start the following. Sorry, I'm stumbling a little bit. So what we want to do is that we want to start off with the treble. So second stitch over, and then 3 double crochet into the same stitch. So it's like a really interesting shell. And then you're gonna finish that shell off with the treble. So there's a lot going on in the one stitch. It feels wrong on every level, but it's the way that it stays in balance. Then you are going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in the back loop only, which is the top of the shell. So if you're looking at in between these pieces, that's where it's ending up. So you're just gonna go in there, and you're going to go in the back loop only and single crochet. Just like that. You're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, and you see that you're right on top of this one that's coming down. That's where you need to be. So you're gonna start the first one off with the treble, and then 3 doubles, and then a treble, all within that same stitch. and then you're gonna skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and that the next one is in the top, it's in the middle of that section, back loop only, single crochet. So skipping the next 2, and you see see how it's coming down. So you're gonna start the first one off with the treble, and then 3 doubles, and then a treble. So you're gonna do this all the way across until you get to the corner. So in the corner you'll end up with this shell work, and then you'll immediately do your corner of 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. You'll skip the first one and then restart your side again. I know it's hard to see because it's white, but that's what we're going to do, and you will see that it will fill in those little holes that dip down before and give it some really nice definition. So continue this. This is round number 14. So I'm just coming up to the end of the round. Remember that we started with chain 5, so when you go to join, you want to join to the third one up so that you leave 2 chain spaces open. And so you're gonna get rid of this color, and the final round for today's video will be with color B. Of course, if you're changing out your colors, you can decide whatever you would like to do. So let's continue and let's finish this off. So for round number 15 we're gonna start off, and we're just gonna do a nice easy round. So just joining it to the chain 2 space of a corner, and you are just going to join it and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the same one, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the corner space. Nice and simple round. With this one we only want to work in the back loops only. So starting in the very first one, and you're gonna apply 1 double crochet in each of the back loops going all the way around, and then in the corners it's gonna be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in there. So just working in the back loops only, 1 back post or back loop double crochet in each, and maybe at the end of this round, and this will conclude today's video. Okay, I'm just finishing up round number 15, and I'm just gonna slip stitch it to the top of the chain 3. So that's it for today's video. If you feel adventurous and you're not comfortable with reading patterns, you should know that the next 3 rounds, 16, 17, and 18, is exactly what I just showed you with doing the back loops only. So you'll just look at the pattern for the color sequence in order to do that. So rounds 16, 17, and 18. However, saying that, on the video I'm also gonna start on round number 16 just to make sure that people that are not skipping ahead also have a fair chance. So if you're feeling adventurous and you'd like to get an advanced start, that's the way to go, and I'll see you next time. And thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you again. I want to see your information. I want to see your photos on Facebook. I'd love to see your photos on Instagram as well, and this is really quite fun. So have a good one. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.